My name is Laura Miller and I'm a consultant with SDHRC. In this brief video, I will be discussing some key topics to consider when reopening your workplace. San Diego County requires all employers to complete and post the Safe Reopening Plan, as well as follow the industry-specific guidance. In addition to completing these, we want to highlight some best practices for employers to consider. First, employers will want to evaluate their staffing needs. They should determine what are the critical positions needed at the workplace to meet customer demands and continue operations. While many businesses are cleared by the county and state to reopen, it is still advised for positions to telecommute when feasible. If employers have previously laid off employees, they may now realize they need to call them back. They should be prepared for some employees who were offered re-employment to decline as they have either found other employment, do not feel safe returning to the workplace, or would prefer to remain on unemployment. For those employees who accept the rehire offer, employers will need to determine if they need to update any rehire paperwork, background or drug screening, or update their HRIS systems. Once all workforce planning decisions have been made, we advise the employers to schedule a meeting with their supervisors to inform them of staffing decisions and set expectations throughout the reopening process. Second, employers will need to evaluate and prepare the physical workspace. The county requires that all individual workstations or desks be separated by at least 6 feet. Some other ideas to promote social distancing include deciding which communal areas should be kept open, and if so, what precautions should be taken, managing the flow of traffic throughout the workplace, setting up outdoor spaces for employee break areas, and avoiding overlap between shifts. If there is a shared time clock, consider having a manager responsible for tracking employees' punch times instead of having employees manually clock in and out. To promote a clean and sanitized work environment, we recommend providing tissues, no-touch trash cans, and hand sanitizer throughout the workplace. It is recommended to have posters in common areas that encourage proper and frequent hand washing by employees. Employers should create policies and procedures to routinely clean and disinfect all frequently touched surfaces, focusing on common and high traffic areas. Depending on staffing levels, employers should consider if this can be done with their current staff or if they need to utilize an outside cleaning service. In San Diego County, masks are required to be worn by all employees while at the workplace if within 6 feet of others. Employers are not required to provide masks for employees, but they may consider supplying them, possibly even company branded. In addition to masks, employers should ensure they are providing PPE at an appropriate level to employee job duties and exposure risk. To further protect employees, consider implementing policies to restrict all non-essential visitors and instead encourage meetings via telecommunication. For visitors who are deemed essential, require they wear masks and to be symptom-free for 14 days before entering the workplace. Employers should also discourage all non-essential travel initially and evaluate the need for travel on a case-by-case basis following the CDC's travel guidance. A third critical piece to reopening is establishing daily monitoring of employees. All employers in San Diego County are required to take employees' temperatures daily with a contactless thermometer before entering the workplace. Anyone with a temperature of over 100 degrees is required to be sent home. If a thermometer is not available, employers can instead do symptom screening and prohibit employees from entering if they are exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19. All employees must be instructed not to come to work if they are sick. Employers are required by San Diego County to distribute the completed Safe Reopening Plan to employees and to post it at business entrances. In addition, we recommend having employees sign a form stating that they agree to abide by the Safe Reopening Plan and that disciplinary action may be taken in the event of non-compliance. Once operations have resumed, employers should prepare for if an employee is either presumptive or confirmed positive for COVID-19. They are to instruct the infected employee to stay home for the longer of the period of time recommended by their healthcare provider or the applicable health department. Employers should evaluate if there are any other employees who may have been exposed and should instruct them to be away from the office for 14 days since the last contact with the infected employee. The employers must shut down those areas of the workplace potentially infected until they can be cleaned in accordance with CDC guidelines. If the employee has reasonable suspicion to have contracted COVID-19 while at the workplace, employers should contact their workers' compensation carriers regarding potential work-related claims. As the pandemic keeps evolving, it is critical for employers to stay in the know and share updates with their staff. They should be flexible, adapt as needed, knowing the county or state may tighten or loosen restrictions at any time. Employers should remind employees of their open door policy and ensure they are able to pose questions, express concerns, and submit requests for accommodations or leave. SDHRC is here to support you throughout this process with our complimentary eShield hotline that includes phone and email support. On our website, we also have many tools and resources available, including FAQs, newsletters, instructional materials, and templates.